Hello and welcome. This is Jerry, Director of Marketing with 22Social. You're on our Tuesday Hangout. We do these every single Tuesday and also on Wednesdays. These are our chance to kind of connect with all of our users, let them know what's new, what's happening, and any support that you need, have any questions. We also have some unique training that we do on these days, something that you can only get here at 22Social, and today we don't plan to disappoint you whatsoever. We have a one-page document where we're going to show you how you can literally set up your sales funnel within a couple of minutes. That's right, minutes. And if you can fill out this one-page document, we're actually calling it a checklist. If you can fill it out, then you can pretty much be set up in a matter of minutes. Andrew, Creative Director, are you there?
Great introduction. Thank you, Jerry. And hello, everybody.
We do this every week. I think we might have a better way to introduce each other, but we just like diving in, getting into the content. Not a big deal. All right. But people come here for the content. So if you folks can hear us loud and clear, see us, and all that good stuff, just go ahead, comment in the comments below. If you at any time really like what you're seeing and hearing, go ahead and share it, Google Plus it, tweet it, all that good stuff above. Also, there is a like button on the top right over here, okay? And what you want to do is hover over that and click Get Notifications if you haven't done that for 22Social already, because that'll keep you up to date on any of our fan page posts. And if you've been with us for a while,
yeah,
you know
that's
that
the
they're
notification they get. So you'll get reminded anytime we post anything.
Exactly.
Like Not
Almost.
quite. Almost.
But yeah, you want to do that for sure. And then there's one other thing. If you want this to be in better quality right now, down in the corner of your screen, there's a little gear. Click on that gear and move it to HD quality. That'll give you a little bit clearer view, especially when we're breaking into the demo. You'll be able to see, exactly where we're clicking. And some good news this week, Andrew, right? My clicking should be, I should be clicking where everybody sees, supposedly on the Hangout.
Yes, that would be great. You switched over to the MacBook Air. How you liking it?
Well, we'll find out. We're taking an unproven gun into battle today. I've had it for a while. I just haven't been able to actually get comfortable enough to do these on the Hangouts. So bear with me if we move a little bit, moving around a little bit like that, because I'm on the camera as well. But Andrew, can you I think what we're going to do is if you could show my screen, I'm going to go ahead and just go right into the presentation.
Awesome, man. Let's do it. I'll be checking out the comments, and we'll be sure to answer all of your questions by the end of it. So just keep on chatting down below. Love to hear your feedback. And why don't you take it away, Jerry?
Okay. I'm having a real hard time getting some of these animated GIFs that you have on the screen off the screen. I'll show people what I've been looking at for the last half hour, so maybe you can sympathize with me. It's actually been playing in the background. Not even this image. It's been playing in the background of our Hangout. Actually, it's been hard to concentrate. I'll show you the image in a moment. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Paygate today. We're going to give you an easy way for you to make money. Thank you. And what we've noticed is for entrepreneurs, what stops them up a lot of times, they get caught up in the technical minutia. How do I get my merchant account? How do I get a merchant account, first of all? Then once I got it, how do I set that up with my website? Uh-oh, my website's down. Oh no, I forgot to rehost my domain. Things like that. Or if you're trying to put it in Facebook, where's my security certificate? How do I get that? How do I get my site to measure correctly? All those things are pretty difficult to do, requiring designer, programmer, time, money, effort, and all the while your offer is not getting seen by people, because all this is in the background. So what we're going to do is try to limit the amount of clicks between you and getting your offer where everybody is, on Facebook and mobile devices. So we're on a Google presentation. If you're wondering how we are making all these cool animated GIFs on a Hangout presentation, Andrew, what did you do here? How did you make this happen?
It's really as easy as looking up animated GIFs online. I think I went to Giphy.com or something like that, Giphy, and then you can search. I typed in money, and then you can click on some of the animated GIFs that they have. Just right-click, save it to your computer, and then you can just load it right into your Google presentation.
Awesome, dude. Thank you. Now, that should have been a prelude to some of the information you're going to receive today. If I were you, I would grab yourself a clicker, a pen, and a piece of paper, so you can start writing some of these great ideas down. Andrew's going to be revealing some of his tips, secrets, and hacks to making you look good, as well as I'm going to be giving you some tips and secrets to writing ad copy. And we're actually going to do a live demo in front of you. So let's get started. This is an animated GIF, and we're using a Google presentation. And I'm clicking it, and there we go. So let's talk about, well, Andrew, first, before we get started, let me just, are you checking the comments? Is everybody seeing us? Are we going good? You can see my screen, all that good stuff?
We are cruising. Yeah, looking great, Jerry.
All right, I just hadn't done check yet, so I want to make sure. Step today we're going to talk about is what is for sale in your, what are you selling in your Paygate? We're using a Paygate 22Social. If you're visiting us for the first time, we allow you to put websites, web pages, your offer inside Facebook and also on mobile devices. What we're discussing today is the Paygate. The Paygate's a new feature that works like a fan gate, except it restricts the content of your main app, your main content. It's going to restrict that to only people who pay. And those people who pay through PayPal. And they can pay through PayPal or with their credit card. It's all processed through PayPal, and as long as you have a PayPal account, you can do everything I'm going to show you here. So the first thing you got to decide is, what are you selling? You know, are you going to sell a digital product, or it could be like a one-time membership access? And what I mean by that is, if you have a one-time membership access, you can do things like evolving products that go to tripwires and upsells. And I'll show you one today in the demo that we do, the demonstration. So if you're going to host a digital product online, if you were going to do it on a website, what would you normally need? You need a place to put what? PDFs. You need a place to put content, being pictures and words. And you'd also need, most likely today, digital content is delivered via video, obviously, right? Everybody uses video. So you can host your videos on YouTube, Vimeo. We're going to have more options in the future as well. But Vimeo is also, you can get a secure account at Vimeo. I think the pro account is $60 a year. And then there's the, it's Plus and Pro, isn't it, Andrew? Plus for 60 and Pro for 200 a year?
Right, we use Plus.
Okay. I have another account where I use Pro. Plus, they do basically the same things, but Pro is really for somebody who's monetizing their channel. So look into the differences between those for yourself. But as long as you're on the $60 version, you can remove all the controls from the video, even the time lapse going across the bottom, all of it, which makes it pretty secure, just about as secure as anything else you're going to find on the web. Because if you were doing this, let's say you were hosting these on Amazon S3 or loading them up to your own website on like a JW player or something and on your own hosting, that's going to cost you money in hosting. And anyone that knows a little bit about computers can basically, with the right stuff, go over, right-click on that, and swipe your video out of anything online. So there's only a certain level of security you're going to receive with digital products anyway. I hope on the goodwill of people that they're not going to share my products as well, because they can. It's really easy no matter how you're protecting it online. You can also deliver it in Google presentations. So if you have a lot of content, mainly more than 9 videos, you can put all of those videos in a Google presentation just like you would a website. And you can slide from slide to slide, just like we're on right now, and this could actually be a video on this slide. And that can play on your 22Social app inside Facebook. You can also deliver files, MP3s, PDFs, images. You can upload anything to Google Drive and just include a link to the PDF. So if you have a PDF report or PDF book that you're selling, you can get people to your main content page. They can click a button and get your entire PDF right then and there, just as they would on the web. But this is just a lot easier, a lot fewer clicks. And then evolving products. You know, there's a lean product, you know, building a lean product. Actually, we're going to show you the leanest product I think you have ever seen built today. If you hang with us for the next 45 minutes, you will see a lean product being built right in front of your eyes. Actually, it's being built right now. What if we were to charge for this Hangout? Okay, so virtual events.
Wrong sound effect.
Yeah, man. So like, let's say this was an evolving product. What if this was the beginning of a product, like a tripwire or an upsell? I'm going to give you a demo on that today. So what if we sold tickets to this Google Hangout instead of just promoting this as a free Hangout? What if we really put muscle behind it? Really, maybe even got with some of our partners. Maybe even gave 100% commission to some partners to really push a lot of traffic to this. Or if we just sold it ourselves for $15 to $17, saying, come to this live Hangout, you're going to be able to ask your questions, and you're going to walk away with a one-page document and a recorded video showing you exactly how to create your own online sales funnel within minutes. And we're going to give you the check sheet. And what if we charged $17 for that? We could. We can definitely do that. What if we charged money for it now, repurposed it and charged again as a digital product later. You can. You can also charge for live streams. You know, we often forget about this because Hangouts are so much in the spotlight right now, but there are still people doing live streams, you know, using live stream to broadcast real events like, you know, the World Cup soccer. You know, I'm not saying charge for that, but if you had a live stream, you could charge for access to your live stream or charge for access to Hangout. Like right now, we could just put a Fangate up, a Paygate up right in front of the content that you're on right now. We could actually put a Paygate so people would have to pay in order to get where you are right now. All right, and then redemption vouchers. And this is kind of a pretty big deal. It's a lot bigger than I'm going to allude to right now, but think about local business coupons and vouchers. So in the case of Groupon, let's say a restaurant has $100 worth of product that's going out. If anyone's unfamiliar with Groupon, I'll give you the 30-second how it works. Basically, Groupon goes to the restaurant and says, we're going to bring you a lot of traffic, and you're going to give away $100 worth of product, and we're going to sell it to the consumer for $50, and then we're going to take 25 of that. So you're going to pay us half for you're going to only receive half a commission, and then we're going to split that in half again because we're going to bring you traffic. You're going to be left with 25% of what you normally would get for your product. In this case, let's say you had the business went out and said, I'm going to offer $100 worth of product for only $50 on Facebook. So you'd create a coupon with the Paygate. I would see the coupon because the restaurant would advertise to me. It knows I lived in San Diego, by downtown, so it found me on Facebook and it shows up in my newsfeed. Hey Jerry, do you go to this restaurant? Get a $100 gift certificate for only $50. I can get that gift certificate, get it immediately with my picture, my Facebook picture and everything on it, and then after that I can share it with Andrew, Renee, Ivan, all the other guys, and any of those guys pick it up, I can receive instant cash back. So instead of giving the money to Groupon, I'm giving it back to my customers for sharing the deal. So that's pretty cool. All right, going to move on to the next slide right after vouchers and venues. Now vouchers and venues is something, let's say you have a seasonal business or something like that that somebody's selling tickets to. You can do the same exact thing as a local business coupon. You can sell tickets to a live event on Facebook and then have people redeem them at the door. Because when you get these coupons and you pay for them, you're actually doing it through your Facebook profile. So you can be identified and your profile information can be stored in a relationships manager and just simply check you off. I'm going to grab a sip of water, excuse me. Well, thanks for filling the time, Andrew. All right, so next step, and this there's only 4 steps in this process, folks, and the 4th step is showing you how to promote this, okay? And then we're going to walk you through an exact, this is actually the one sheet broken down into 4 slides. Then we're going to show you the one sheet, and I'm going to show you what we filled into the one sheet this morning, okay? So load it in. The first thing you want to do is after you figure out what you're going to sell, you want to load your content into the main content area. Okay, this is the main content area. This is the paid content, okay? Where it says main content, you load this in. This is what people are paying to get. So you currently have up to 9 areas where you can do this, all right? So if you look on the right of this, you notice there's, this is a specific course that was already done. And I could show you an example of this later, but I'm going to walk you through an actual demo. But this is just an example. You could see 2 of the content areas, or you can call them modules, as they're mostly called. You can see 2 of the modules here. And in the modules, you have 9 modules that you can do, and you have to put a couple things in. You need a headline, just some words. Subheadline, more words. Hardest part about this is going to be creating your media. And I'm going to show you an easy way to create media and record it online very, very simply. Actually, you're watching it happen right now. So the media, this is really either you're going to do a video presentation. If you're doing a video presentation, I do a lot of, I record using Camtasia on a PC, and I record a presentation similar to what you're looking at right now. So I could use PowerPoint, Keynote, Prezi, or what we've been using a lot of is Google Presentations. We use Google Presentations because we can collaborate with them. They can be published to the web. They can be embedded. And, you know, we just tend to go where the puck is going, not where it's been. You know, PowerPoint, you know, awesome, even better, I think, you know, in some ways, you know, with design work than the presentation. But presentation has just got so many features that I don't think PowerPoint's ever going to think about, and they're just going to get better. So anyway, the media section, this is something that you're going to have to record on your own, whether it's doing a hangout with you just talking, a video with you just talking, or you're recording your screen doing a demo. If you're using a Mac, ScreenFlow is also good. Okay? And when you're making videos, you can look at it a couple different ways. When you're editing, you can record the screen while you're talking and then edit that, or you can record a script and then insert your pictures into the editor. Anything you want to add to that, Andrew? Any kind of secrets or anything to editing videos? Because you do an awesome job.
I mean, it comes back to just Camtasia and ScreenFlow, my two favorite video editors. I also like using iMovie. Videolicious is pretty cool for iPhones. A lot of cool stuff you can do. I made a video the other day on Animoto, and Animoto's getting a lot better. So you combining all of those is pretty cool. We did that one video recently where I did a slideshow with Animoto, downloaded it, put it into ScreenFlow, and then use that as kind of a backdrop to a voiceover, just showing images flying by, and then you can put in your own voiceover and put in some other media in there. So those are the tools that I like to use.
So don't get too intimidated. If you have Camtasia or ScreenFlow, it's worth the money. Spend about 90 minutes messing around back there. Watch the tutorials. Some cool things you can do is in the presentation like you're looking at right now, you can take you can do graphics just like in presentation and then snap a picture of this. You can actually download it as a JPEG and then insert these into your video as you're making them. And a couple things you can do is use Fiverr for voiceovers. If you don't want to do your own voice, you can send them a script, which is really cool. And then what makes your videos look professional is, or sound professional I should say, is go out and buying some sound effects, like what you're hearing, you know, what Andrew do in the background right now. You can buy some sound effects and add them to your video, as well as graphics, other things. Where would you get sound effects and music, Andrew? Background music.
Yeah, the best place to get sound effects and music tracks is audiojungle.net. audiojungle.net. And they're about the sound effects are like $5. You get a pack of them, and you can load them right in there. Or music tracks, which are really awesome. You can just look up the most popular ones and find some really popular jingles, and those go for like $10 to $20.
Mm-hmm. And
you can use them on all your videos and repurpose that.
Yeah. And he just gave you a huge tip right there, because you ever go into Audio Jungle and you try to find some music, goodbye 2 hours. You might find some cool stuff. You might listen to something over and over and over, and then the next thing you'll know, and you'll be singing Audio Jungle, Audio Jungle. You'll get it if you ever go back there. Andrew knows. But anyway, the tip what he gave you was look at the most popular. Okay, that'll shorten your time right away on that site, and it's all about saving time and money, right? So those are some tips for making some cool videos. That is going to be the hardest thing with doing any of this, and it's definitely a good skill to have or make friends with somebody who has that skill. You're going to need a heading, or you don't absolutely need one, but you can see one on the right here, just below the video. Body content, and they're already paid. Just want to tell them what they're going to expect or what to do next. You can have a button in here, okay? And in this button, you could have a destination of a URL or a coupon or whatever on this main content. If it was a coupon, this would be in the case of doing a voucher, okay? And I'm going to show you what the URL and what you'd use.
Yeah, and anyone who was wondering about how do you give away a PDF or something if I don't want to load it into a presentation, or how do I give them an audio track, you could just upload your file anywhere on the web, maybe box.com or, you know, whatever, all those hosting sites, Google Drive. Host your file on the web and just grab that URL and put it into your button.
So I was just messing with the presentation there. Yeah, and a lot of people just overlook that. Like I said, just grab the URL, pop it in the call to action button, right? And then your disclaimers and policies. This is, if you're going to be selling stuff or things like that, you want to make sure you're covered. So get yourself some disclaimers or privacy policies, whatever you need. Load those onto Google Docs and just publish those to the web, and you can insert those at the bottom of your main content. So you can do 9 of these. All right. So if you have 9 modules, you can do that. If you have more than 9 modules, use Google Presentations and insert your videos into Google Presentations. Real simple to do. Hopefully this was pretty easy to follow. The hardest part about this is you're just delivering content. The hardest part is the media. Okay, what are they paying for, right? Then think upsell and multiply. All right, this is an advanced kind of tactic here, but you have their attention. They just paid to be where they are. Now, why not upsell and multiply? And here's what I mean. You can include other offers in the main content. So if you're only using 8 media areas, why not use the 9th media area to tell them about an upsell? What is an upsell? An upsell is what they would buy in the natural progression of getting to where they want to be. So if they're on their way to being, their goal is let's say, I don't know, the goal is to be a master fisherman, and they just bought a reel, and what are they going to need? They're going to need fishing line, right? They're going to need lures. They're going to need other things, right? If they just got started. So an upsell is finding what that buyer would need in the natural progression of getting to where they want to go and putting it in front of them. And then with 22Social, you can let them know how to become an affiliate. So you're multiplying your results. So each customer that you get, there's a couple of different drive engines in your business. You could have a drive engine where you're just doing advertising, where you're paying for advertising, and I don't recommend doing that from like a one-time investment or a one-time push because it's not sustainable. Okay, make sure if you're paying for advertising and that's your growth model, it's coming out of your profits and it's sustainable. Or you can have a viral model. And 22Social does a lot of the viral model. And a viral model works on what they call a viral coefficient. And a viral coefficient of just one, would mean that every customer that we get will bring another customer. Okay? That's the viral coefficient of 1. Now that is sustainable. Anything below 1 is not really sustainable. Okay? So for example, if you had 100, if it was like 0.01, you had 100 people come, you've got 100 people, only 10 of those would only, well, I can't even get into the math right now, but I think you all get it. This is so huge for you because an affiliate is a way to multiply your sales force. Think of it as a fixed advertising cost for you. So every time you make an affiliate sale, just be like, oh great, I didn't have to do anything, but I did have to pay out an affiliate commission. And that's all done instantly by 22Social, no programming. Obviously, as you can see by Jim Carrey, feverishly, ferociously, and I don't even know what he's doing over there, but that looks like me sometimes. Andrew was having a little bit of fun. I didn't actually get to see any of this presentation before he popped any of these things in here, so it's pretty neat. Also, when you're doing presentations, just whether it's in a sales video, this is important. You want to keep the screen moving every about 5 seconds because keeping the screen moving keeps attention. And if you can't keep the words moving, throw a couple of these animated GIFs in there.
Or cut to me.
Or cut to Andrew. Is that what you just did?
Yeah. Keep it moving. Keep it interesting.
All right. Well, while they cut to you, they just found themselves on slide 3.
Whoa.
All right. Slide 3. We've got one more step, guys. And this is it. You've loaded up your product, right? And I'm going to show you how to do that today real easy with something that we're doing that you're currently watching right now. And then you want to set up your Paygate. This is what people are going to see. It's your sales page. It's your order page. It's your mobile page. It's inside Facebook. It's what they're going to see and decide whether or not they want to give you money. So look at your own page and say, would you give yourself money before you go and advertise it? Would you buy from you? Okay, it's an important question to ask. So this is a page on the right-hand side that we did. It's got a headline, right? Well, before we get into actually the page, let me talk about what you need to know before you start editing your page. You want to know what your product is called. What's your name? Is it a company or is it a personal product? How much are you going to charge for it? What's your PayPal email address? If you don't have one, go get one. You don't. It's very easy to do. You don't need a business account or anything to use the Paygate. Affiliate commission. Do you want to pay an affiliate commission? Do you want to pay a super affiliate commission? Super affiliate commission works like this. If Andrew bought my product and then he went to sell it and he sold it to Renee, he would get a 50% commission if that was the affiliate commission. What if Renee went out and sold it to, let's say, Ivan? Well, then Renee would get the direct 50% affiliate commission because he's the affiliate, right? But since Andrew referred him, he would be the super affiliate. So you have the ability to put in a super affiliate commission as well. And all this stuff is easier to put in than me explaining it. Button text, so what is your button going to say? You want to keep this action oriented because notice the bottom, the green button here, it says special pricing 47 on the example on the right. So you want to keep that action oriented or let them know it's something limited. And then you want to set up an autoresponder, and this is optional. Autoresponder works like this. If somebody clicks and buys from you, they will go in your autoresponder. If they click and abandon the shopping cart at any point, like if they're on the PayPal and the doorbell rings or something happens and they take off, they're not going to be in your autoresponder, okay? So they're not going to get the email saying, hey, congratulations, you got the product. So I know that's a question on people's minds, but if they do abandon the cart, they are going to still be in your SRM, so you can find them and locate them and actually advertise back at them because you're going to know their Facebook IDs. All right, so this is what you need to set up your actual sales page here, your gate, for what people see. You need a headline, and the headline's got to be, I kind of gave this away last week. If we take an example on the right, the headline says, discover a 4-step proven strategy which leverages the new Facebook Open Graph technology to build a perfectly matched endless custom audience. That's what it is, okay? And then I said, so you never run out of customers. What it is, so, and even if we don't have a list or 100% white hat. So you're having the conversation with them in the headline. What is it? Why do you need it? And what would hold you back from getting it? What is it? So you can, even if. All right? So that's what you need in your headline, okay? Subheadline. This particular page doesn't have one, but anything that you have not explained in the headline, you need to explain in the subheadline. If you could not explain the headline, you need to explain it in the subheadline. You know, if I said a proven 4-step strategy, then my subheadline would need to tell them what that meant. Okay? I didn't need that in this particular example, so I didn't use one. Need of media. Okay? That's where you see the girl, kind of the chick hanging out here with the iPad. That's media. Okay, that's a sales video. How this particular sales video was done is I did the script, I read the script, I had the file of the script, and then I gave it to Andrew, and he put pictures behind all of it and made it look really cool. Added some music. We didn't use a voiceover, and that's basically how we do it. I write it, I record it, I send it over, we have a conversation, and then Andrew spits out this awesome video. I know not everybody has Andrew, but I didn't either for a very long time, and I sold a lot of stuff on video before Andrew, and you can too, okay? You can too. That's going to be the hardest part. Heading, that just goes underneath the video. In this particular example, I don't have it. You need body content. You can see this has a lot of body content. In your body content, use bullet points, okay? Give them an user-friendly, easy to execute proposition. So in this case, there's a 30-day refund, okay? So there's a no risk, and then I put 4 bullet points on here. Make sure you have some bullet points on your buy page, okay? And they need to be your strongest buy points, okay? That's your body content. And then your call to action button, okay? You don't need a destination here or coupon. I'm not sure why that's in this slide. It's going to go directly over to the PayPal. That's already decided for you. So disregard that last one. But you are going to need disclaimers and policies. So at the very bottom of the page, you have a place for disclaimers and privacy policies. I recommend you get them, host them on Google Docs, and put them in anything you sell. All right, so basically you're done with the entire 22Social stuff. That's all you need. Oh, I'm sorry, one more thing. You want to edit your custom share details. Okay, so every page that you make with 22Social has a smart link, 22s.com/your username. And when you use that on Facebook, it's going to pull a certain image. You can edit that image. You can also edit the title and the description, and that's extremely important, and I'll show you in the demo why. Now, after you get all of this set up, all right, once you figure all this stuff out, you want to share and promote it. So I'm going to give you some ways to share and promote your new product. All right, and hopefully this all makes perfectly good sense when we do the demo. Time check, 12:34, good. So we've been going for about 20 minutes. Okay, so we should get into the demo in about the next 5 minutes, folks. Share and promote. All right, first thing you want to do is make a Facebook post, okay? You want to use your 22S smart link so the image post pulls so the image actually pulls through. Okay, so I'll show you this in a minute, but when you use that link, it's going to pull the image, it's going to pull the description, it's going to pull the title of that app. And when people click the image, they're going to go directly through to the app, not through to an image. They're going to go through to an app. So that's going to result in more clicks to the place where you turn social activity into money. Okay, so that's why it's important to use your smart link. So when they click on the image, they get automatically redirected to your app where your offer is. Okay, you want to drive comments and likes back to your post. Sounds a little bit nuts, right? You want to use just good old-fashioned email marketing or even Google Hangouts to do that. So for example, I could have a green button below here that brought people back to my post. You just need to find the embed link and find to get this, you just need to find the embed code and grab the link out of that, and we can demo that and show you. But you want to drive traffic back in to Facebook because that's where it can multiply, and that's where you're going to build social equity in that post that you made on Facebook. And when you have a post with social equity, you can advertise that post in the Facebook newsfeed. Okay, so make your post, make it a good post, and drive comments and likes back to the post with Hangouts or email marketing. Or at this point, I usually don't recommend grabbing your friends and family for stuff because they're not targeted, but even their social proof will help. And once you have a good post on Facebook, you can now go into the Facebook Ad Center and drive traffic for post engagement, page post engagement, PPE. Okay, you want to test your post in the mobile newsfeed, in the desktop newsfeed, all right? Because you can buy on mobile. And then you want to eliminate which are not working as well. All right, trim the fat. You want to test right-hand column ads. If you're feeling a little bit, you want to go a little bit further, the right-hand column ads that you always see that everybody says they never click on, I've done very well in those. That's actually how I met Renee, the CEO of 22Social, is through one of those right-hand click ads. Test them. Those are only going to be desktop, okay? So just keep that in mind. And that might be a little bit harder to reach your entire targeted audience when you're running on a desktop only. Okay, so if you select a targeted audience, let's say 100,000, that's going to drastically drop if you're just doing right-hand ads. All right? You can also take, guys, this is important, repurpose your sales letter. Okay, repurpose your sales material, but take the video that you had. Remember the video that's on your Paygate that you spent a lot of your time on because that's your sales video. You can now take that and upload it to your Facebook fan page, okay, through the video app. And that's what you see on the right here. Okay, what you see on the right, the example of this is just a video, the same video that's on the sales page, uploaded to Facebook fan page. You can see the copy is pretty much the same. In this video, discover a 4-step blah, blah, blah. Same exact headline. It's just repurposing everything, telling them that. And you can also get the detailed 90-minute video how-to. So they can watch the video actually by clicking on the page. They can watch the entire video. And if they want to buy without going to the Paygate, what I did was I went to the Paygate, I right-clicked on it, and I just grabbed the button from the Paygate. So when people actually just go right from the news feed, they'll watch the video, the sales video in their news feed, and then I can have them click on the link that goes directly to PayPal. It's all integrated with all the affiliate stuff and everything that 22Social does. And I'll show you that little secret here in a minute. Another thing you want to do is if you're like me, I write a script before I do a sales video. And then I take that and I make it a Facebook note. Okay, and then you can make that a Facebook note as well. All right, so there's some pretty cool stuff right here, folks. This screen itself is pretty valuable for you. What I'd like to do now, Andrew, is if you see any relevant questions, anything that's super relevant to what we're talking about, I'd like to take one or two of those and then build an actual Paygate in front of everybody's eyes.
Awesome. I've got two good ones for you, Jerry. First one from George. Where's a good place to get disclaimers and policies?
Great question. I'm going to see if somebody in our here's what I used to do. To steal from one is plagiarism. To look at a lot of stuff is research. Okay, so find a lot of stuff that looks like yours out there and do a lot of research. I know there's lawyers that specialize in just this stuff, and I know there's this particular website out there that will give you privacy policies, earning disclaimers, and things like that. I'm making a call out to everybody watching this. If somebody knows what that is, if you could drop it in the comments for George, I'd appreciate that. Otherwise, George, I'll get back to you on that. We love George, by the way. George is your basically your personal wine consultant. And if anybody needs wine, look up
No,
George Beto.
different George.
Different George? Okay, I'm going to give it to George anyway. I thought it was. All right. I
You can't
saw his
plug him every
comment.
week, Jerry. You're just looking for any reason to plug.
Well, because
Love wine. What can we
came by
say?
and he dropped by some great wine for us, so we're plugging him. All right.
This was George Green.
All right, George Green. I know George Green as well. Okay, George.
Also a great guy, right?
Yeah, I know George. Okay, cool.
All right. Question 2, and hopefully we can get that link. You guys have mentioned it many times. I haven't seen that website that generates the disclaimers and policies, but hopefully we can find that today before the hangout. Second question, what do you suggest would be the percentage for affiliate commission and super affiliate? You said I did 50% for both. Should it be the same or different percentage?
Oh, okay. I'm glad they specified that. When deciding what to pay your affiliates, it's really up to you. I mean, if you're doing a cash back reward for like a local business, 10, 15%, even 5% probably fly. But if you're doing affiliates, online affiliates selling info products, generally 50% is really what people do. 50% for the affiliate and 10% for the super affiliate. That's pretty safe to go that way. You can even do, like, if I wanted to fill a Hangout event, I can do 100% commission product, fill a Hangout event, and sell something, of a bigger item on that. So you can get really creative.
So
But
a safe bet that I see you using a lot is 50-10. That way, even if a super affiliate or a sale is made and a super affiliate gets paid, the content creator would still get 40% of the total sale, right? If you did
yes,
50-50, you don't take anything from that sale, which isn't terrible because you're getting more potential buyers and people looking at your products, but you don't make anything on that.
so this is what's been flashing on my screen for like the last 30 minutes. So, the day where they don't accept cash is coming, and it's not today yet, but I think it's going to eventually get here. All right, so I am going to go ahead and start creating some offers, Andrew.
Well, while you're on that screen, look how cool that is. You can just put in animated GIFs inside the presentations.
Yeah, let's give folks, this is it. This is what we just showed you. And Andrew added animation. So we went to insert, and went to animation. Right? And then did the animations.
No,
right
no, just an image. No.
Well, no. I'm sorry. I was actually speaking about how everything.
I thought you meant the animated GIFs.
No, thank you. The animated GIFs are not. Yeah, those are actually images you dropped in. I'm sorry. And you did that through insert images, right, Andrew?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I was just talking about when it actually does this stuff, where it kind of folds in. Anyway, all right, so it's just taking a little while to catch up.
All right, let's take a breather for a sec and get into some live demo. You're going to do everything you just taught right now live, right?
Yeah, that's right. That is right.
We have 15 minutes left, so let's build an entire product and have it ready for sale in 15 minutes.
Yep. So this is basically everything I just went through, folks, and you are going to get it. So what's for sale? Load it in your app, what you need, set up Paygate, share and promote it. All right, we're going to do all this right now. And I already filled it all out. Oh, it's not that exciting, Andrew.
Oh, man.
Okay. Yeah, I already filled it all out. So here it all is, and I'm going to actually put this on a, give me a second here. Just got to find, and this is where it is, folks. I'm on a new Mac, so it's taking me a second to get used to it. Okay, there we go. I'm going to pop this on one side, and we're going to go build. We're actually going to go build a 22Social app on this fan page and build a fan gate, the whole funnel, and everything right now. So Here's just a regular fan page. We are going to go to 22Social. If you have a 22Social account, go to 22s.com/account. You're going to click on Install Another App. Okay, and that's going to take you to the Clone Wizard. Now, this is going to give you any page that you're an admin of. I definitely do not recommend being an admin of that many pages, okay? But I am. This is the page I want to put it on. I'm going to install the app. I just click this button. I'm installing that app on the page demo. All right, that's a fan page, right? I'm installing it on there. Okay, there it is. It's actually tabbed Learn More. All right, Andrew, I'm going to veer off a little bit because this is something that a lot of people don't know about. So this is my app I just built. Okay, this is the default app it landed on. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to actually edit this Learn More. I'm going to go to Manage Tabs. Then I'm going to go to Add or Remove. I believe it was the last one I added here. Nope. This is not very intuitive.
Those are all inactive, it looks like.
Yeah, these are all inactive.
They're the ones that have the link. There you go.
Okay.
Link. There you go.
Okay. And this is it. I know it's not it because the Learn More, if I had a title in here, it would show up my title. So it doesn't. So I'm going to name my app. And today we're going to sell a one-page document. One pager. I'm just going to call it checklist. Right? Now we're going to sell a checklist. So I click Save. And I'm done. So let's go back to our app. I'm going to refresh the page, and you can see when I click down, see it's called checklist. All right. Now what if I want?
There you go.
Yeah. What if I wanted to move that to the top? Okay. And folks, you can remove your photos from the top. Most people don't know that. If you wanted to, you're going to click Manage Tabs, and you're going to move the checklist. Look at this. Drag it to the top. And click Save. Now my checklist is at the top. Okay? And that's how people can access my app. So it's also going to show up, if it's at the top, it's going to show up right here. Here's also I recommend leaving Andrew's default tab images here, because these things are awesome. They look great on the page, and they draw a lot of attention to your apps. Okay, they look like ads. So
yeah, I just updated that, so all the apps now by default have that arrow. And if you guys have made a custom image and you want to use the arrow instead, you can go in and edit settings, go to change the image, and then just delete the image that you had uploaded, for anyone wondering.
Okay, now I'm going to actually bring up my other page here. Give me a second. All right. Okay, so I'm going to fill all this in. Let me, sorry about that. I'm just having a little trouble finding all of this stuff in my, there we go, Hangouts, Paygate setup, checklist. Sorry, guys. There we go.
New Mac user here.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm going to get this one half screen too.
You can just drag it to the left.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble with this this page for some reason.
Oh, is it not loading?
Yeah, it's not loading. Are you having that trouble? Andrew, can you go over there? Just see if you're having any trouble.
I'll go check it out. Stuff always, like, it doesn't happen all week long, and then we go live.
It's never happened to me, actually.
Just refresh a few times here. I think it'll pop up. When all else fails, just click a bunch of buttons really fast.
If there's any reason or something else. What's happening? Maybe I should check my internet speed.
Yeah, it pulled up fine for me.
Pulled up fine for you?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to go into a different browser. This is why you don't go take an unproven gun into battle. All right. Give me a second here. I'm gonna log out.
Everyone can take a breather, stretch it out, take a sip of coffee. We're in intermission.
Yeah, Andrew, do you have something that you'd like to talk to everybody about at this moment?
Not particularly. Just a friendly reminder, tomorrow at noon, I will be live with Rob, and we'll be doing another support hangout, more of a Q&A the whole time. So be sure to join me at 22s.com/hangout.
All right, give me a second, folks. I'm just actually pulled up another browser here. And
I saw a question from Joan. She wanted to know if there's a way to get the 22S friends to be her social proof on her new apps, and I said that would be awesome. Joan or Joanne, just go into the Power user group and share your smart link, ask for some feedback, and ask people to please comment or give some feedback in the comments so they can get some social proof, maybe even on a post. Might as well leverage each other and help each other out. I'm sure everyone would be fine with that.
all right, so I'm good. I just loaded up into the browser. I'm fine. So we have our basic. So this is our 22Social page. It's at the top. Checklist. Got it. And we are going to now use the Paygate checklist to build our product. What's for sale today? A one-page document and a 60-minute recording. Guess who's on the 60-minute recording right now? You guys. And we're going to edit out that last 7 minutes because we can. And you can do that in YouTube, right? After this Hangout went live, right, Andrew? Hangout went, we can go into YouTube and actually edit that last 7 minutes out, right?
You can. I haven't had a whole lot of success. I might just download the video and then re-upload it, but I think you can do it right inside YouTube editing.
Yeah, I know James has been doing it a lot, so I know he's been successful with that. So we can do that. So we're recording a video right now, right? So we're doing a Google Hangout on air. We could have charged for this Hangout, right? So we could have charged twice for it. We could have charged for the Hangout, and after it's done, it's going to be automatically loaded onto our YouTube channel where it'll live forever, right? Or we can take it off YouTube, make it private, and re-upload it to Vimeo where it could be more secure. So Andrew, I'm going to actually go. Can you send me the link? Well, actually, as a matter of fact, yeah, can you send me the link in the chat for the Hangout that we're on right now?
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, if you could just put it in this document that we're on so I can cut and paste it out of it, that'd be great.
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and load in our content. Right now, we're on the main page, right? This is the main content. We can tell because it says main content right here. So we're going to change our headline and our subheadline. So header text, right? So I'm going to add that in. Real simple. Oops. Oh boy. There we go. And now I need a subheadline. So your headline and subheadline, I like to make sure that they also sound good but look good. So let's take a look. See, access granted, your video checklist are below. Okay, that does not look so good. Access granted, I'm just going to take the word your out. So it's one thing. And I'm just going to put on watch entire video. And that looks better. Okay. Access granted, video and checklist are below. All right. And now I'm going to put the actual current Hangout link that we're on. Where can I get that, Andrew?
It should be in there.
Right here?
Oh, current Hangout link. Oh, right down
Yeah.
there. Let me go find you. I might be on a different dock than you. Where are you?
I'm on the copy of. So
Oh,
while
you're
he's
on the
getting
copy of. Oh, that's why. Okay.
while he's getting me the media link, because the actual media link that he's getting right now, folks, is the Hangout you're watching right now. So when this Hangout is done, it's actually
there we go.
This product is going to be done. You see Andrew switching it at the same time? All right. That's how we collaborate all the time, folks. You guys are getting just an inside look at, we're always collaborating on Google Docs. See, there's Andrew saying hi to everybody. Little creepy, isn't it? So I've got my heading, my content. I didn't put any footer text in here. I'm just going to preview. We say, could your website be sucking too much time and money from your business? Okay, I have them already on the product page, right? So I want to actually try to get them to, well, this link is going to give them the PDF. But I just want to make them reinforce that they made a good decision. Okay, we've seen so many entrepreneurs getting caught up in the technical side. Often they never get their stuff online. We don't want that to be you. That's why we created this checklist and this video. So I'm going to add the video. So I'm going to go to YouTube, pop in my video, and there we are. Crazy. All right, so there we are. All right, now for my button text, what am I going to put in my button? All right, I'm going to put the word checklist. All right, so I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go edit this green button right here. I'm going to go to buttons, and my button text is going to say checklist. And where's it going to go? It's going to go to the presentation, folks, that you just watched. Okay, so the presentation that you just watched is, I just published it to the web, and that's the link for it. Now, I could collect information or not collect information and add my email autoresponder here if I wanted to. So I could collect the information of everybody who's on my main content as well. I'm not going to do that. Why did that say invalid URL?
You have some kind of private. You copy the policies text below.
Yeah, I see. I did something a little too much. There we go. So it's not valid. The system will tell you that too. All right, so there we go. So I copied my checklist button. I'm going to show you where all this stuff goes. Do I want comments? Nah, I don't. Do I have my disclaimers? Yeah, I got my disclaimers. They're right here. So I have my privacy, my earnings disclaimer right here. These are just Google links, and I'm going to add disclaimers. Okay, so disclaimers. Put one there. Now, and put my privacy policy disclaimer. And these are just published on Google Docs. That's it. Privacy policy. And I don't need this one. So if you had contest rules, that'd be a good place to put it, right? So I just added these two links down at the bottom, disclaimer and privacy policy. Pretty neat, right? If I want people to clone this app, I can leave this enabled. It's not a Paygate yet, so they can't get an actual affiliate link. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this before I make any drastic mistakes and have to do it all over right in front of your eyes. So I saved it. That was just saved to the web and mobile devices. Now, I actually want to change the way it looks before I start adding some more content, so I'm just going to click on Style, and I'm going to make it bluish. There we go. So somewhat of a blue. I'm going to put a dark header on top. I'm going to change the text, the font color to white, so we can see how it looks. It looks pretty neat, right? We just changed the look of that. I'm going to save it. Good enough, Andrew?
Not bad, Jerry. Not bad.
Okay.
Even you can pull it off right sometimes.
I did not make a yellow page. All right. All right. So that's basically what they're paying for. They're paying for the video that you're watching right now, and they're paying for this checklist. What's this checklist? Let's check it out. Now, my information just got collected, and now I'm heading over to, yeah, you guessed it, the presentation.
Oh, I'm working on it right now, Jerry.
And Andrew's working on it as we speak. All right? So I can download the full presentation right here because he's actually got a link to it. This is what you guys are going to get today.
I don't have it in there yet, but you will.
I know, but you will. So this is what people just paid for. Okay, they bought it. Now they can get all this content right here. And they can see all the slides as well. Okay. All right, so that's what they paid for. They get that by clicking on this button. And when they do that, their information goes in the SRM. There I am. All right, now let's take a look at the rest of this checklist, right? Let's do some of this advanced stuff. Right? Let's do some advanced stuff. Think, upsell, and multiply. All right, so how do we do that? I'm actually going to sell them something else and let them know that they could be an affiliate. I'll show you how easy this is to do. I'm going to add a different layout. Guys in the back have been working late weekends to make this stuff happen for you. You guys have a bunch of new awesomeness templates. Look at all these things. Super, super cool. All right, so I'm just going to use, as a matter of fact, I'm going to use this one. I like it. Hold on. This wasn't in the plan, but I'm going to use this one. Boom. All right, so here's what they're paying for. They're getting their actual checklist right here, and now I have their attention. So I got 2 more sections. One is going to be, please accept this free bonus. Hey, thanks so much for buying something from me. Let me be cool. So I'm gonna let's change the content. So I'm gonna go back down to the content. I'm gonna go to text. I'm gonna change the header. Please accept this free bonus. And let's see, how to place your first ad on Facebook. Actually, since I just selected to do it in a different format. Actually, I wasn't ready for that format, but I'm just going to make it work anyway. And I'm just going to put that right here. All right, so I'm going to give them, so remember what I said before about upsells. An upsell is something in their natural progression. Remember step 4 of the checklist was promote, and mostly it was primarily promoting on Facebook. What if somebody doesn't know how to promote on Facebook? Well, I'm going to hook them up. I'm going to give them a Facebook ad strategy. Vimeo. Okay, this was actually a Hangout that we did. Actually, this is not a Facebook ad strategy. This is how to place your first Facebook ad. This was something I'm just repurposing now. Put it in media. I'm going to go to Vimeo. Pop that in here because I have another product we're selling. We can sell them a Facebook ads course. Any idea why I did that?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, just click save and refresh. I think
it.
it's just a bug on the preview.
Cool. Perfect. Boom. Coolness, right? I probably changed the thumbnail for this though because it's got a different course name. I probably changed the thumbnail to something like, please accept my free bonus. Place your first ad on Facebook. So now we have another video. So they bought something from us. Now we're just hooking them up with a free bonus, right? And why are we hooking them up with a free bonus? Because we want to sell them a Facebook ad strategy. So we're going to go back in and we're going to edit this. Content. Remember, I'm going to go to buttons. URL. Button text. Facebook ad strategy. Now I have an actual affiliate link for that product. So I'm just going to put that in here. Done. I just created an upsell. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Except I'm not going to sell them. I'm going to actually become an affiliate here. This was actually a mistake. Earn instant cash back when sharing this product. That's all we have to say, right? People understand that. So I inserted that into the header. Now into the body text. I don't really need much, right? I'm just going to put must have PayPal account. Click preview. All right. Now I'm going to click change the media in here. What media would you put in there? Well, previously I created a Google presentation that had a live link in it, and I'll show you what it says. And then I published it to the web. Really simple stuff. Anybody can do this. Google presentation. Pop that link in there. All right. You know what? I thought this was going to be a cool template for this, but personally I think I like the other one better. So I'm going to just go back to a different layout.
Save it first. Save it first.
I'm just going to go to the this layout. So now they're stacked. See, 1, 2, 3, boom. Now we need an action button right here. Super cool, right? And earn instant cash back for sharing this product. This product pays a 50% instant affiliate commission via PayPal. Click here to get your affiliate link, right? Or I could do it in the green button. Copy and save this link for future reference. Share on your social networks and in promotions. Click here for additional resources. What happens if you click there? Well, guess what? It goes through to another Google Doc, right? Now that's not active right now, but you get it. You can put a live link in here. Where do I get this link? Well, I scroll to the bottom of the page. Well, I don't have my Paygate assembled yet. Once I have my Paygate assembled, I'll be able to get my affiliate link for this page. And they could get it just down here, but I just include another area just to make it more obvious, right? So this is what I created really quick. Let me, I'm going to save it. I'm going to close it out. So now anyone can get to this app right now for free. They can get the checklist, they can get the video you're watching right now, they can get this free bonus with a link through to the Facebook ad strategy. Where does that go? Well, let's find out. Now that goes right through to the Paygate. So that goes through to a different page, which I'm an admin of, but they would just see this. Well, they would see the Paygate, my bad. They would actually see the Paygate. And if they buy, they would get commission. All right, so back to this. Okay, so we're on this demo page. Now let's make this a Paygate, right? Because what do? We got through what's for sale. We loaded it into the app. We upsold. We multiplied. Now these are all advanced strategies. We could have been done a long time ago, all right? But I wanted to show you that. Now let's set up the Paygate. This is where most people would get stuck for a very, very, very long time. This is all we need to fill out on the Paygate, all right? And then I'll show you how to actually promote this as well. So let's go to the Paygate, admin panel, click Paygate, all right? Now we're going to go to Pay Options. What's the name of the product? One-page checklist. All right. And now we need the seller's name, or how much. We're going to say this product is $27. We're going to put the PayPal email address in there. We're going to put the seller's name in there. So it's One Page Wonders Inc. I don't know. I don't want to do that. I don't know if that's illegal. One page checklist, One Page Wonders. Affiliate commission, let's just say 50%. Super affiliate, 10%. Button text, what do I have for the button text? Get your copy, right? Because they're getting what? They're getting a copy of the checklist, right? And we want to, you know, when we're writing ad copy, we want to, I said get your copy. I'm giving possession of the product already to them before they have it, okay? Action-oriented, or you want to give possession over. I'm going to agree to the terms. The terms basically state that 22Social takes 5% of the total, 1% per transaction, okay? 5% of the total and $1 per transaction, and then PayPal fees also. But we facilitate all this, so it's easy for you to do. Click Preview. My button is set up, all right? If I want to enable, okay? Max. Save. Now I could sell this. This is ready to sell. All right, I could go to this link right up top, 22s.com/Rocco/55,503, and you would see this page. It would not look good, and it probably would not convert very well. So we're going to change that. Let's go back and put some headlines on here. Let's go back over here, back to the admin panel. I'm going to go to text. All right. Now I'm going to put in my headline, my subheadline, I'm going to put in my text below, excuse me. And you might notice a lot of this copy is the same copy that I use when promoting this event, because it is. All right, disclaimer 1, disclaimer 2. Just going to put those in. I just took a shortcut right there. All right, so now I got my copy in. Now I got to put some media in there. Now this would be my sales video. I highly recommend you do a sales video. I'm just going to use an image or album, or use a Google presentation. Thing is, you can use anything here. YouTube, Vimeo, Stitcher, podcast. You can use a Google presentation, a Hangout, a live stream, or nothing at all to sell. I'm just going to use an image. I just used the same image you saw when you got here. My product is ready to go. Done. Sound effects, Andrew. Sound effects. Sleeping over there?
There we go.
All right,
Well, the real cool thing is I want to show literally that fast. You just had a mobile version of it too.
Oh, you got your phone? Oh yeah, let me see that thing, man.
You see that?
I'm actually clicking on that because I want to see it. Well, give
Let me
us a
see if
little
I
bit
can.
better, man. We can't see. It's a little too much shine.
I know. This too much.
Oh, no, you got it, man. You got it. Buy it. Buy it now, Andrew. Come on, I'll lower the price for you. You can refresh it and buy it. Click buy.
uh, oh man, on the spot here.
Yeah, on the spot. This is the cool. Isn't this cool? I just made that live in front of you. Andrew, you're just a click away, buddy. It's telling me right now you're just a click away.
Clicked it. It's tough to do this. Not good
Yeah, give it to us. Now you got
Okay,
to put
so
in your
now,
Facebook ID and you buy.
why is it saying I got to log in? Because I got to create my account, right? This is actually where it's a Facebook login system that you have for yourself. So this is how you verify.
If you were logged in already in your browser, it would have passed through that feature, right?
Yeah, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not sure why, but this is like your own Facebook login system that you can use to get your own customer accounts. Oh man, I'm having a hard time typing and run the Hangout. So why don't we get in?
All right, I'm gonna actually, because we have one more thing to do, right?
Yeah, finish it up.
All right, so we're gonna promote this baby. All right, so before we do that, let me just edit the share details here. So we have share details in all these apps. Remember I said it was really cool? So I'm just gonna go to my apps, and I'm gonna go find that app all the way down at the bottom here. This should be it. Yep, custom share details. All right, I put custom share details. I'm gonna put in my copy. All right, so I need copy for my title. I need a copy for my description. All right. Now I'm going to need my URL for my image because I want it to be an image, right? When people use my link, and that also, by the way, that also works for your affiliates. So when your affiliates use their link, your image pops up as well. So I just saved that, but we're going to need to do something else after you save it. I'm going to need to update link 1 and update link 2. So you need to debug it. What that does is it's going to pull the new image, and it's going to pull the new sales copy. So create offers for sale in minutes. And you can see the copy at the bottom. I don't know why it's not pulling the image just yet, but it might just do that in a second. We'll find out. Or unless I use the wrong link. Oh, sorry. Let's go back here. This is the right image, right, Andrew? You put an album in there? No. For Imager. Andrew, you there?
Sorry, muted. Just go to that image share. You need a direct link to the image.
Okay, I need a direct link to the
album
image.
will not work, no.
Okay, that's why. Good advice. Okay, that was a link to the image, to the album. How do I get a link to the image, Andrew?
You can just enlarge it and right-click or something. Just click on it. Copy link address will work.
Gotcha.
Or copy image URL. Yeah, there you go.
I think that's what I got. Let's give it a shot. Looks like it. All right, I'm going to save it again. I'm going to do it. So that was actually a pretty good example because actually the custom share details didn't pull the image, and if they're not pulling the image, the image isn't correct. So I'm going to debug it, and let's take a look. There she is. There's my title. There's my description. That one's done. Now debug it number 2. What does debugging do? Do you want to answer that for folks?
Oh yeah, it updates it within Facebook's framework. So otherwise, it'll take like 24 hours for Facebook to update your link.
Yeah, and so that just makes it faster.
Instant gratification with the debug.
Right, and so now when I go take my link, see I just cut my link right there, and I'm going to get out of here. All right, now let's go to the timeline. Now when I go to advertise this, I just paste it. And ta-da! Get your hands on the Paygate checklist. Create offers for sale in minutes. Finally, an easy way to sell digital products. Access Google Hangouts on Air. Discounted redemption vouchers for local business. One-time membership access with evolving products, tripwires, upsells, plus you can offer, now they get to click it to learn more. So I'm actually going to go with this. I'm going to go and grab some more copy. I'm just going to repurpose some of this copy. Let's see. What would be good? I'll repurpose this right here for my I'm actually going to remove the link because I don't need it anymore, right? Create ready for sale online offers in just minutes. Don't need the word subheadline. I'm just going to use, now I probably spend some more time on the post, but I'm going to post it. Okay, there it is, folks. I just did the first step, okay? Here's the first step. Share and promote, right? Make my Facebook post, right? Use 22Social Smart Link, right? Drive comments back to this. So how do I drive comments back to it? All right. Here's a little trick. See this little arrow right here? Embed post. It's going to give me this messy code right here, right? So I'm just going to cut that code. I'm going to go to something like just a notepad real quick. I'm going to paste it in. I'm going to look for my link. Where would I find my link? I'm going to bet this is it right here. Okay, so what I did is I just looked for the HTTPS and I looked for where it ended, where it just ended. I don't know anything about code, folks. I just write the words that make people click the buttons. Those guys make the buttons work. So this is what I would do. That was broken. So I would probably find a different link. That didn't work. This is usually a lot easier for me. Here's another trick too. When Facebook says it says ID number, everything in Facebook has an ID number. That much I know. Andrew, there's an easier way to do this. Are you just watching me do this painfully? I think
it's the story ID. Did you already try it right there?
I'm going to try this link.
Line above. No, that's not going to. I don't think that'll do it.
No, that didn't do it. Okay. Storyline ID?
Yeah. No, down, all the way to the right.
Oh yeah. That's actually what I was just pulling out. So.
No, the number next to it.
Yeah, no. Pulling that out. I have just a different way of working.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, see.
I follow you.
There you go. So now that's the link. That should be the link right there. So what I did is I found the story ID. That's this right here. And you can do a little bit of trial and error. Here's the thing, folks. If you go through a little bit more work than your competition, guess what? They would have gave up right there. You didn't have to because we just helped you through that little thing. But now you have this link. Put that in your email sequence. Put that link, advertise that other places. For the first time ever, I saw one of the biggest internet gurus, not for the first time ever, but if you look back at some of our Hangouts about a year ago, I think we were saying that you're going to notice some of the online gurus and some of the big names driving their traffic back to Facebook instead of pulling it out. On the 4th of July, the biggest internet guru drove traffic into Facebook from his list. Not pulling it out, driving it in. So this is, I believe you're going to see more and more of this. So the idea is you drive traffic here, people like this, people comment on it, and now you can go and advertise that post. Okay? Don't have a lot of time to get into the advertising. I know we've been going for quite a while. Let's dive into the questions, Andrew.
Yeah, maybe we can take a moment because I wasn't able to buy the product, Jerry, because you put in a PayPal email that's not accurate. So maybe it's a good learning moment to put in a working PayPal email, because that's the most critical part for you to get paid and for the whole process to work. Because we are connected to PayPal system, you got to have an accurate PayPal email.
What's PayPal email?
What's that?
What's our...
That one just doesn't work because we have, I think it's what we're using to run the whole thing.
Right.
Just do one that works. Now I can actually go buy and the whole thing works. There you go. It's that easy to fix.
Buy it, Andrew. You should buy it. It's that easy to fix, and it's also that easy to raise the price. So right now you'd be like, hey, everybody want to buy it? I'm going to drop it to $9. Everybody can go there and they can buy it. After the Hangout, we can raise it. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful Paygate. Just done. I'm just going to actually make this full screen so everybody can see it. This was just done in a matter of seconds, folks. Beautiful Paygate. Looks just like this. When people click to buy, they're going to go through to here. This is what Andrew's doing on his phone. They're going to click to continue, and if they haven't bought, they're going to go to PayPal. Boom.
Oops, sorry. I cut myself. My bad. Yeah,
You
it goes
missed
right
it.
there.
You stole all my thunder.
I stole the thunder, man. You can
Oh,
do it
so
again
that.
if you want.
All right, all right.
Well, you can see, I can show you my phone.
Yeah, do the phone.
So it went through, so now I get the little PayPal order screen there on my, oh my gosh. On my
No, I see it.
phone, kind of focus.
We just
You
built
get
a
the
mobile
idea.
funnel inside Facebook in the last hour right in front of your eyes that's actually functional. You can go and buy stuff from us. And I think it'd be worth the $17 for anybody to
Oh,
get
that's
something.
cool.
Yeah,
PayPal actually remembers my login info, so I just clicked one button and
you bought
I
it.
can buy.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna
Anyway.
buy it, Jerry. You're gonna refund me.
All right, buy it.
It's loading right now.
Actually, it is? Really?
Yeah. Okay.
All
Just
right.
completed.
So what Andrew does for you guys, he just went through the process of buying. He
I
just
think
spent
it's gonna
30
automatic. Oh,
bucks.
look at it. It automatically loads and goes to the product.
Eric's been here too. All right. Oh, wait, yeah, show us yours. Show us yours.
Okay. So
Which
on the
screen are you
mobile
showing?
side, I have to then. Okay, I already bought. So enter here.
Don't you have some fancy thing you can plug that into the screen, Andrew?
I know I should, right?
You do.
Okay, so now it's connecting. There we go. Access
Boom.
granted. So there we go. All that media that he just loaded in. Jeez, I know this is embarrassing. There's a lot of windows here. All right, access granted. So all that content that he just loaded in. There you go. Cool, right? Done, man. The whole funnel's done.
All right, cut back to me, Andrew. I'm going to show him what it looks like on this end.
Oh yeah. So now I just went through and bought. How do you see?
You back on my screen? Yep. All right.
You're on, yeah.
All right, so here we are. We're at the Paygate. I'm an admin of this Paygate. So I would come in and I'd be like, all right, let's go check this out. I could click the show. I go into my SRM because I want to see if I made any money today. All right, I see a couple people have gone through my SRM, but I want to check on my Paygate. So I check on Paygate and I see I just earned $27. Thank you, Andrew.
You're welcome. I expect that back.
Thank you.
Or you can just take me out to lunch.
All right, there we go. So Andrew's information, he just paid, he got access. My earnings from that was $24.65. The rest went to, processing everything. And now I have all of Andrew's information that I can also export. Bam. Where's that going to happen? Oh, look at that. Went in a different direction. I'm going to do that again. Everybody check it out. You ready? Export. Boom. Pretty neat. So I just took all of his contacts out. If I wanted to take Andrew's access off of that product, I could simply just go, sorry, dude. Disable, man.
I was a jerk, man. I was in there posting a bunch of garbage.
Or this was for, like, let's say you came in for like a $27, I don't know, strategy session or something. Or you came in for the $27 coupon. And that's exactly, folks, that is exactly how Andrew would redeem his coupon. The owner would go back.
That's a better case.
What's that?
That's a better scenario.
Yeah, it's a better scenario. So Andrew did pay for access. This is the way it was, right? I'm going to just save that. And so this is what it looked like a minute ago. So I came in, I saw, oh, look at this. I made 27 bucks. This guy, Jerry, he bailed, right? So I can market to him if I really wanted to. But this guy, Andrew, he actually paid. Andrew came in, said, hey, I want to get my $60 worth of pizza that I bought for only $27. I say, Andrew, let me see your, how would you redeem that? Well, he could show me his phone. He could take a picture of the screen, of a screenshot saying that he went through the process, because the coupon's actually a little different. But he could take a picture of the coupon with his phone. He could save the link. He can print it, or he could just say, my name is Andrew Lane. And I can go back and look and say, oh, there is an Andrew Lane. Does that look like this Andrew Lane? This looks like this Andrew Lane, and I guess that's Andrew Lane. Let me claim his coupon. Andrew Lane has redeemed his coupon. Now, if he went and he bought again, I'd see 2 files for Andrew Lane. I'd see a second file for Andrew Lane, and it would be green.
So I can go back and buy again now that I don't have access.
Do it again. Do it again.
Just keep handing over 27 bucks to Jerry. I don't know, man. I don't think the product's that good. You got to give me better value for
All right.
repeat purchases.
I'm going to take some questions right now.
Yeah, let me show my screen real quick because I got an email from 22Social that just, let's see, you can see my screen. Now you should. 22Social team, details on your recent purchase, one-page checklist. Load that up. It's got all the information, where to go find it. Any questions, I can go to the fan page, the email of the seller. So it's all done. I got all the information I need. If I were to lost that transaction, I can go back and find this. I also got an email from PayPal. So, you know, that's all done for you. You don't need to hook up any autoresponders. 22Social will take care of that for you and notify them of all the details.
Cool.
Cool, right?
Yeah, I guess I'll come back on and let's answer a few questions for the next 10 minutes or so, and then we'll hop off, record this, wrap it up, maybe throw it behind a Paygate. Let me move this over here. All right, we're back. All right, I got some questions here. First one, John says you're dead. No audio. I didn't like seeing that one right away, I'll tell you that. That was the first one I noticed. I'm going to grab this one from Jem. Okay, Jem has a couple of questions here. I'm going to take the one just right on top. I'm a little lost. You built 3 products before. Okay, I think I'm going to just rephrase this question because I think it's a little difficult. I think the question here is I built 3 products. Now, I didn't build 3 products. I only sold 1 product. The product I sold was, I'm sorry, I tend to do this. I could have kept this really, really simple and just said, hey, I'm going to sell a one-page checklist, and I'm going to sell a Google Hangout, right? And I could have just put the Google Hangout that we're on right now and charged for that Hangout and the one-page checklist that I'm going to give everybody. I could have put that, and I could have charged for that. But instead of just charging for that and letting the sale die there, let's say Andrew bought that from me, like he did, 27 bucks. Now he got it, he consumes it, and then it's done. The sale's done. But I have his attention, the most important commodity I believe online today, because he just paid me, so I know I have his attention. So he's going through the content, and while he's there, since I have extra content areas, I can add more media down there. So and be like, hey, Andrew, while you're here, you might want this, you might want that, basically. And so what Andrew sees for the first time is always the Paygate, unless he paid. So if he didn't pay, he sees the Paygate. And you don't want to. What you don't want to do is you don't want to make too many offers to people, because it's still a confused mind will say no. And I'm sorry, I'm guilty of some confusing kind of strategies. But if you just come up to somebody with one problem, hey, you having trouble getting online offers? Let me help you solve that. It's $27. Okay, you come on, you get on, you check it out on the next page. I gave you what I promised, plus I'm giving you a little bit more. Which is the free video, and then I'm saying, hey, if you like this, you can also buy something else. Hopefully that answered it. Let me just see.
Yeah, Jem, I mean, if you understand how Paygate works, you have, with our system, it's all right in the same app. You put in your main content, then you can block that with a Paygate, and they have to like it to then see the main content. It's the same thing with the Paygate. What we showed was just load it in your main content, which would be the paid content. Load all that in first, and so it's easier then. So then you just show your Paygate. Now this is what they'll see if they haven't paid. Put your sales pitch on there, and now when they buy, they come back and they see the main content, just like a Paygate. But instead of liking to get the content, they actually go to PayPal, pay you money, come back, and now we know that they paid you.
22Social communicates with PayPal and communicates with Facebook and says, hey, that's Andrew Lane. And then it says, and then it pings PayPal and says, did Andrew Lane pay? I'm not exactly sure how it works, but you know, it pings PayPal and says, hey, did Andrew pay? PayPal says, yep, he paid. And then 22Social says, Andrew Lane, access can go through. So I'm going to just get a couple questions. Another question, going to scroll down, folks. What file image hosting service are you guys using? Andrew had said you like box.com or box.net also. And we just use Google Drive a lot too. Michael, good piece of advice. He says, when people use the official Facebook app, that screen doesn't pop up. It's the internet version that causes the login screen. So that's what we were talking about before. When somebody buys, they sometimes have to log in on their mobile, sometimes they don't.
That's why it's so valuable to do that custom share and then post it on Facebook. So now if I'm going through my news feed, maybe I'll see that promoted post or just organically see it. And when I click on that, like you said, I don't have to re-log into Facebook. If I find it through Facebook, it's just a couple clicks and Facebook knows who I am already.
Christine says, I'm loving this. I just checked my Paygate to see if I have to see and see I have a few unpaid members. What do you suggest? I should ask them why, right? Yeah, LOL. And I think you should. You should reach out to them. I mean, if it's only a couple, it's so valuable. Like, think about in the 50s, an ad exec would have to go, to figure out what his market thought or her market thought. They'd have to go out and get a test market, get them into a room, let them use the product, interview them like 3 weeks later or whatever. It was so hard to get customer data and feedback. Now you can literally go Facebook message, hey, I'm just doing some updates to the product. Just want to know, why didn't you move forward? Or even approach them with, a gift. Hey, I know you didn't move forward, but I know you're interested, so maybe you like this, and maybe you could do me a favor. Tell me why you didn't move forward. Generally, the reason why people don't move forward and abandon a cart, besides, busy life, is because you didn't communicate value. You need to communicate value, and you can sell almost anything as long as you can communicate value.
Jerry's gem of the day.
Oh, dude, you were dropping a bunch of gems.
Well, speaking of one, Leslie said that she really likes audiojungle.net, or at least she wants to check it out. So that's a reminder for audio, sound effects, and your own theme song. You can go to audiojungle.net. It's what I use for all of our music for our videos.
Yeah, it's what a lot of people use.
I know, you see all the sales videos out there. Yeah. I was so mad when I was the only one out there who knew about these sites. And then I started seeing all these sales pages use this stuff, and I'm like, whatever, I got I had the advantage years ago, 4 years ago or something, but it's great resources, and we still use them. I mean, why wouldn't I? There's nothing better.
Checking all this stuff out. Good stuff. All right, guys, not a lot of questions, except for where can I get the checklist, right? What should we do? Just pop the presentation. What do you want to do, Andrew?
Yeah, let's go ahead and just
comments
pop a
below.
link.
The comments.
Pop a link to it.
What you guys can do for us, we're going to give you the list to the checklist, totally free. You're here, you're watching it, you have access to the Hangout. As long as you're a pro member, you always have access to the Hangout. We're not going to actually charge for it, although we could clean it up and certainly do that. And you might see something similar in the near future. Anyway. So if you haven't yet, drop by our fan page, drop a 5-star review for us. Please do that. Tell us why you love the Paygate or 22Social. And if you don't have a 5-star review, please leave us a private message so we can get with you and find out how we can make that a 5-star review. Really appreciate that. If you can head to our posts, like those, comment on them, and smash the share button, that would be fantastic. I'm going to do one more look through these comments, also do last call right now, and see if anybody needs anything, burning questions. Otherwise, I think we should close it up.
Awesome. Good one today, Jerry. Great content, man. Thank you. Really
thank you,
thorough.
Man. You made it look good.
That's what I do best. All right, I'm posting the link right now, everyone, to grab the, it'll actually go to the presentation, and then you can click to get the full checklist. Posting it now. All right.
Sorry. Michael asks, I tried to do a paid post today. They only gave me 90 spaces in all. Do you know why? Paid post? I don't have Will, our ads expert here. I'm not sure why, or what kind is it, a page post engagement, or well, here's what I can tell you. If they only gave you 90 spaces, there's nothing we can do about that in that particular ad, and there's probably a good reason why. There's nothing we can do about it. So I wish I had a little bit better info for you on that one, Michael. Just doing a quick scroll, Andrew. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Heather. Awesome. Kate, George, Bob, Joan, Jim. All right. Rita. Let's see. All right. Just doing a quick refresh, folks. What do you got? You got anything, Andrew, that I'm missing?
No, I think we got all the questions today. Kind of a quiet crowd, but that's totally cool. Lots of content. So I'm sure you guys are just kind of taking it all in. But hopefully you can really see the process now. So you can do this for yourselves, for your clients, and there shouldn't be anything holding you back now from plugging in your product, except maybe just developing it and figuring that out. And that's part of the fun part of it, and why we're so excited about this technology, because now the hardest part is kind of good content that you can share with the world and earn money with. And that's really what this is all about. And you don't have to worry about where to host it, where to get all these components to work together. It's all done for you with 22Social. Just work on the content, get feedback from people, be social, like we were saying, ask people what they think about it. Why didn't they move forward? We're always doing that at 22Social, and we really highly recommend you do that yourself. And it's a lot of fun. So focus on the content, give more value to the world. You're going to earn it back in return. And with any technical questions, you can join me tomorrow at noon Pacific time, same time as today, but over at 22s.com/hangout, and we'll be doing another live Q&A. So play around tonight, test it out, try plugging in some things if you want, and come with any questions tomorrow, and I can walk you through it, show you some live demo. All good, Jerry?
I'm good, man. I was waiting. Yeah, I was just kind of going through some of the questions. But thank you so much for everybody. Andrew, thank you for keeping us on the road, getting everything looking good, getting the Hangout out, and of course your input. All the guys that you don't see at 22Social are out in the back. Thank you guys. They're working nonstop to answer your questions, program new features, take care of support, and so we really appreciate them as well as all of our users. So with that, I'm going to go out there and just say, create some more value in the world, and the paycheck should reflect that shortly. Thanks, everybody.